前途必将遭到全面和彻底的试探。
主义的火炬照亮人类前行之路，不断崛起、不断扩大的国际影响力。
It's been 25 years, but Hong Kong native Amy Sue still vividly remembers being at home on July 1st, 1997, glued to the television screen with her family.
我们对着电视机是兴奋得不得了，一直在流泪。对我来讲是意义重大。
Now head of a Hong Kong business group, Ms. Sue hopes to help more capitalize on growing opportunities on the mainland, but she also warns Hong Kong businesses of intense competition ahead. This especially as Beijing has rolled out incentives to integrate the city into its Greater Bay Area plans. The ambitious goal is to turn Hong Kong, Macau, and 9 other cities in China's Guangdong province into a technological powerhouse to rival that of Silicon Valley.
改革开放之初，内地是需要很多香港的基金以及人才。然这20多年啊，尤其最近有时候很多内地人已经有到外国去考察、去学习。然后我们香港无论是从商业发展还是个人要到内地呢，你一定要更装备自己，因为你面对的是10多亿人口的挑战。但是倒过来呢？
Referring to a controversial national security law and sweeping changes to the electoral system to ensure only patriots govern Hong Kong. Beijing insists this is to ensure the smooth running of its one country, two systems model, originally proposed by then Paramount leader Deng Xiaoping in the 1980s. Professor Victor Gao, who was a translator for the late leader, says the message today is that any challenge to the central government will not be tolerated.
From China's central government perspective, the most important thing is that peace and stability will be maintained in Hong Kong. If it still cannot figure out which direction to turn, then it will be left behind, because a dozen cities or so in the Greater Bay Area, each is very dynamic.
Analysts say the anniversary will be an opportunity for China to hit back at criticism from the West and double down on its position that Hong Kong remains its internal affair. There had been much speculation over whether President Xi would make a visit to Hong Kong like he did in 2017 to attend the anniversary celebrations, this given a spike in COVID-19 infections in the city. But the fact that he is making the trip, experts tell me, is of great political significance, not just because this is the first time that the Chinese leader is making a trip outside of the mainland since the pandemic began about 2.5 years ago, but also because this comes just before a closely watched twice-a-decade party congress that's to take place later in the year.